we're being joined all the way from Uyo by a good friend of mine and also the co-founder of Bold Sports, Kelvin Ekedete. Kelvin, thank you so much for coming through tonight. Really glad to have you on the show. Well, you are in Uyo. What has you watched the team's arrival? You probably watched your first training session as well. Although we heard that that wasn't really allowed for reasons best known to the team. What is your impression of the mood in the squad? Also considering the fact that they're still expecting some players to join. But what did you make of the mood in the squad?
Hi, hello Tunde and Favor. It's great being here. So I would say, what's the mood like in the squad? We saw a number of players that are happy to be with the national team. They're always excited to come play for the Super Eagles. That we know for sure. We saw the captain and some players, four players arrived yesterday, and today we've had 9 players arrive. And I'm sure. We're just waiting for the update from the media officer of the Super Eagles to tell us if Stanley Nwabali has arrived, because he was the last player that was supposed to arrive today. But I think that they all were looking very, very good. And later in the day, we were at the stadium to see them have their first training session. And though we were not really allowed to go in, but we saw a bit of them, walking with the ball, just go around. But I think the mood in the camp is good. I can see from their Snapchat, from the social media, and that they are delighted to see each other again, to come play for the national team. So I hope that will be able to translate into a W, a win on Saturday.
All right, Kevin, nice one so far. I mean, you are in a place that you're familiar when it comes to Uyo. Around the city, persons, I mean, fans, are they really looking forward to this game? Is the morale very high? Do you see, advertorials? Do you see talks about, or listen to radios and talk about TV and around Uyo? Are they really prepared, looking forward to cheer the Super Eagles to victory, knowing fully well that they could be pivotal, in terms of supportership on Saturday?
So I have spoken with a number of people in Uyo, and the ratio of those who know the game is going to happen on Saturday and those who do not know is kind of, let me just say, maybe a 50-50. Radio, TV really works here in Akwa Ibom State, and people listen to radio a lot. A lot of them said something about, oh, I heard there's a game on Saturday, but that doesn't mean they will come and see the game. So it's always funny every time we come to Uyo, and one thing we talk about amongst ourselves is that we think that Nigerians love football, but they do not always want to pay to come watch football. So every time you go to the stadium in Uyo here, they always throw the gate open for fans to come in. They sell for a while, then on that day you probably get something like, oh, the governor has paid for people to come and watch the game for free. But yes, I spoke with a number of people, and they know that this game is happening. They are a bit indifferent because a lot of people, truth be told, believe that it's a lost cause for Nigeria, looking at the position we are on the table. And most people don't know that we are a bit close. I think if you do it mathematically like we usually do, we might be close. If 3 points is docked from South Africa, we win our game. Let me not start with mathematics here. But yes, I've seen a number of people are excited about it. Some do not know about it. But tomorrow I'll be going to some of the fun places right here in Uyo, the Tropicana, and I'll probably do a bit of vox pop to get people's thoughts about this game, what they feel about the game. I'm sure quite many people, when it's 2 days or 3 days to go, they're always ready to come to the stadium. But in terms of advertorial on billboards, no, I have not seen any. But I think for radio, there's always buzz around them talking about the Super Eagles. And it's also very, very obvious when you go to the airport to try and receive the Super Eagles, you see the number of presenters, some of their stations, all of the legacy media they have here sent out to the station. So when they go back, of course, there's going to be feedback, and maybe from tomorrow into Thursday, you will be able to feel more excitement around Uyo for this game.
But Kelvin, I'm sure just like I am, you are just as confounded that the Super Eagles of Nigeria are struggling, straining, groaning, even praying now, as it seems, to qualify from a group that has Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Rwanda, Benin Republic. They've won just 4 out of 6 possible games, drawn 4, lost 1. It's not looking pretty. The question I want to ask you is is this truly a lost cause? Is this win or bust for the Super Eagles of Nigeria? There are those who are saying that, things can fall into place for us. Maybe the question I really want to ask, is it still in our hands to salvage this, or we should just show up, play those games and go home?
So it's no longer in our hands, right? It is in your hands when you are leading, I think. So if you're playing and you're probably top of the table and you're 1 point ahead of the next team, then it is in your hands to go and win. But now we are at the mercy of other teams. For example, we have to play Rwanda, we have to play Lesotho, we have to play Benin, we have to play, and every time we play, remember, even when we played Zimbabwe, the prayer was, okay, Benin Republic is playing South Africa, so if we play Zimbabwe and win, maybe get a draw, our former coach will be able to help us with South Africa. So it shows that the ball is no longer in our court. We're just hoping for others to win. Now the prayer has changed to, okay, we have 4 more games to go: Rwanda, South Africa, Lesotho, and Benin Republic. If we win all these 4 games and South Africa probably get docked 3 points for fielding an ineligible player, let's just see if they will pick a draw or lose somewhere. So it is not in our cost. Even if we win all 4 games, there's still no guarantee that we will qualify directly to the World Cup. So this ball, like I said, is not in our court. This is the time to pray. The time to soak our chaplets in the water and start praying for the Super Eagles. So it's not even about hoping; it's about also winning. Can we win?
That's probably the biggest question, Kelvin. That's probably the biggest question. A team that has played 6 games, won only 1. There's no guarantee that they can win. So, Favour, I need to ask you as well: is this still in our hands? Is it a lost cause? Can we still salvage this?
I think we should just focus on the African Cup of Nations in later end of this year or January, because
wait, Favour, Gerard, there's still FIFA World Cup qualifiers to play. There are 4 games to play.
In October, yes. I mean, when you look at playing against South Africa in Bloemfontein, you're going to play against a team that are formidable, and they've played. They've played together for a long time. Play for Mamelodi Sundowns, Orlando Pirates, amongst others in South Africa. Play against a Benin Republic side that in October that you could not get a win at a neutral venue in Cote d'Ivoire. Play against even the Rwanda coming to Nigeria, they are coming to pick points. So I think the morale is I don't know how it is at the moment, but I think it's really down. It's a time whereby we should be realistic to ourselves, tell ourselves the truth. Nigeria lost the qualifiers from the start of the qualifiers. I mean, we should have gotten wins against, I think it's Lesotho,
South Africa,
and then try to pick a draw against Benin Republic. And when teams come to Uyo, they see it as an opportunity to play good football. It's not even a case of 70-30. It's now 50-50. I mean, you come and play, and then you hope to get a win. So I think Nigeria, and it will also be a disaster, having missed the 2022 World Cup in Qatar and about to miss the first time a World Cup be held in 3 countries. That would be a big blow. But like Kevin said, let's just try and see if we can win our games first. After winning our games, let's now see and hope that other teams, falter, and then see what happens. That might also help us to say, okay, maybe, and then waiting for FIFA to dock 3 points. Docking 3 points is one thing. Winning our games is another thing.
Very true.
These are just some of the things I think we should be realistic. I know, yes, the NFF, Nigerians, let's be optimistic, but we also need to tell ourselves the truth. Super Eagles.
What truth is that? That we're not going to the World Cup. Don't say it. Don't say it. We are not going to the World Cup.
We may not go to the World Cup.
We may, yeah, still being diplomatic. But Kelvin, thank you so much for staying with us. But we can't let you go yet because the summer transfer window just closed yesterday. It was a memorable one for for lots of reasons. I mean, the English Premier League actually hit a record £3 billion in transfer fees. There were some Nigerians in the mix as well. There was Victor Osimhen moved to Galatasaray. Wilfred Ndidi's moved to Besiktas. Samuel Chukwueze, who's on loan to Fulham, where he joins the Niger gang there. There's Tolu Arokodare, who also moved to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Santos Uche moved to Crystal Palace. Moses Simon moved to Paris FC. Victor Boniface also on loan to Werder Bremen. Nigerian players everywhere. But let's take a quick listen to Samuel Chukwueze, who was trying to speak to his Nigerian brothers earlier today.
No way.
Why are you swearing? Hey, can you?
Afana, how you doing?
Damn, my guy. The kid looks nice on you, though.
No,
Hey,
it
welcome, welcome.
no, actually, it looks good. It looks good though. It's actually
Welcome,
nice.
welcome, my bro. Hey, welcome. Let me add Alex one second. Hi, Alex. Bro, where are you?
How does it look?
It looks good, though.
Wesh.
Hey, what number are you going to take?
You know, the number 19. I can't wait to train with you guys. I can't wait to start.
Hey, forever.
Niger.
Your seat is next to us. We have your seat prepared. yeah. Anyways, I'll see you in Nigeria, bro. Say that, my bro. I'll see you
All right,
soon.
brother. See you soon. See you soon, bro.
Okay, so already Calvin Bassey and Alex Iwobi are a problem in Fulham. Now they have a third Nigerian. So, guys, is it safe to say that Fulham are the adopted team of Nigeria in the Premier League now? Guys, anyone?
Right now they are. Now they are. But yes, it used to be Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest used to have 3 Nigerian players: Emmanuel Dennis, Olaino, as well as Taiwo Awuni. But with Dennis is now left. His contract has been terminated. Awuni is not so outgoing. He's not so outgoing like that. But when it comes to Fulham and the way these guys, for lack of better words, and the way they terrorize their teammates, Snapchat, and they even got they got themselves banned from using Snapchat in their own room. So I think it's going to be fun, and it's beautiful to see that we love the Premier League, and it's also going to be beautiful to see that we have another player like Samuel Chukwueze that we will want to see every weekend, and it's really, really amazing because I joined the show when you started and you asked the question who was the biggest transfer. But for me, I feel the fact that at the start of the season we only had about 5 Nigerian players, and now at the end of the transfer window, we have 3 more joining the 5. So every weekend you have more things to look forward to, more players to look forward to. And I think for me, Crisantos Uche is one story that I really, really do love. This is somebody that started his career. You talked about the picture that was flying around. He went to Malta, then went to a Division 3 team in South Africa, in Spain, before getting that move to Italy and now to Crystal Palace. He was supposed to join Wolves, but that didn't work out, and now he went to Crystal Palace. So I think Crystal Palace is a very, very good team, a very, very good coach. He's going to really, really flourish. There are a lot of Nigerians who have not really seen him play. I think the first time, we know he started the season brightly. The first game, he was the man of the match. I think the second game was also very, very impressive in La Liga. We are going to see a beast. He's a magnificent player.
Yeah, I get that.
It's been a long time for me.
Okay, Favor, there's also Crisantos Uche, who, of course, Calvin has mentioned. There's also Tolu Arokodare as well, who's top scorer in Genk. Is now joined Wolverhampton Wanderers as well. But all these moves have been very, very interesting. Some people talk about Samuel Chukwueze's agent should probably get a raise. He's always moved to good clubs, from Villarreal to AC Milan to Fulham. So you look at all these moves as well. For Tolu Arokodare, another interesting story, like you mentioned earlier on.
Yeah, interesting story for Tolu Arokodare. His trajectory, fantastic from where he started to where he is at the moment. And, when you look at English club sites, when they want to go for a Nigerian, they're kind of particular about who they go for. And to see Nigerian players getting these moves is really interesting. It also gives us an opportunity to, like Kevin says, see more of these games. I mean, we're spoiled for choice. You want to watch a game, Wolverhampton Wanderers, there's Tolu. You want to watch Crystal Palace, there's Crisantos. You go back to Fulham, we have 3 Nigerians. Nottingham Forest, there's Oluwaino. It's really...
Is this a calculated move by these clubs to get Nigeria? Because we know Nigerian fan base is wild. I mean, it pretty much blows up your social media numbers. Do you think it's a calculated move?
But I don't really think
one Nigerian in one club is understandable, but 3 in one club?
I think for Fulham, they've identified that they need a bit of strength in their team. Calvin Bassey gives you versatility and also strength. Crisantos, you look at his progress so far, for where he's coming from. He's someone who gives you the energy. He also gives you the goals. I think these guys, aside the fact that the social media pages of them, they want to also tap into the Nigerian market. We can also see that from their tweets, from their messages. Even when Victor Boniface moved from Bayer Leverkusen to Werder Bremen, we could see under his tweet, or under Werder Bremen's tweet, you could see the handler of Bayer Leverkusen saying that, I made a tweet about a Nigerian way and then saying, oh, the handler, you will miss me, that kind of thing. So it goes to show you how much these clubs want to identify with Nigeria. Some of them, their songs, some of them, of course, what we bring to the table when it comes to X.
Yeah, but don't also forget that the women have also been making good moves as well. We talk about Risola Babajide, who moved to AS Roma, and also Rasheedat Ajibade, who was moved to Paris Saint-Germain. But today it was confirmed that multiple Africa Women's Player of the Year, Asisat Oshoala, also completed a 2-year move to Saudi Arabia's Al Hilal women's team after a successful medical. The 6-time Africa Women's Player of the Year leaves Bay FC after just 1 season in the NWSL, where she scored 7 goals in 25 appearances. Good for her. She joins her compatriots in Saudi Arabia. There are 2 players at rival club Al Ittihad, Ashley Prompter and Francesca Odega. So she's in great company. But gentlemen, finally, let's talk about the Alexander Isak saga. Finally came to an end. He bid an emotional farewell to Newcastle United after sealing a record £125 million British record move to transfer to Liverpool on transfer deadline day. The 25-year-old Swedish striker reflected on his 3 years at St. James's Park, thanking his teammates, the coaches, and especially the fans, the same fans that were swearing for him in the stands. Well, he thanked them as well. Isak played a key role in Newcastle's recent resurgence, helping the club secure a Champions League return and also ending a 70-year domestic trophy drought with a victory in the Carabao Cup final. But very quickly, gentlemen, the way this saga played out, well, Newcastle on their part released a 37-word statement, basically as flat as possible. No thank you, no nothing. Just basically, they could almost have been selling a spanner. But is this the future of professional football, where players who have valid contracts can just decide that they want to break it? Because looking at that, just opposite to what happened with Mark Guehi, who played by the book, never complained, did everything right by the book, but was still denied a move by Crystal Palace on transfer deadline day. Kelvin, very quickly, is this the future for professional footballers?
So I'm going to make it very, very short because we see players have always been on the wrong side of this world. Sometimes you are happy at the club, it's a family club, you have friends, you have family, you've integrated well into the community, and boom, next thing, they probably want to loan you or sell you to another club, and you are wondering what is going on. So I think some of the players are very, very ambitious, and if you feel that, okay, this place, I want to move to the next place, I want to move to the next phase of my life, of course you can take it. This is not the first time it will be happening. We've seen a lot of players handing transfer requests, and players are beginning to take the power. Some players that are you have to be very, very exceptional to take this power out of the hands of the club. But, as much as clubs want to play victim sometimes, I can't really back them, because many a times, you look at the case of Kevin De Bruyne, it's got at least 2-3 years, a club legend. If you want to do well by the player, give him a new contract. But what did you do? You let him go.
Kevin, sorry to cut you short there. I mean, right. look at the likes of Chelsea. Look at the likes of Chelsea that said that likes of Raheem Sterling, Axel Disasi, Ben Chilwell, they should go and find clubs. Yeah. Favor, I need to ask you this question as well. Is this the future for professional football? Now, players really don't need contracts. Let's just say this is how much you pay me week in, week out. When I want to go, I'll go.
Well, I think players should be able to respect their contracts. But then again, club sides are not faithful. Take a look at Victor Osimhen. The time he had the opportunity to leave, he signed a contract extension just to say, if I want to go, when my release clause is met, you should be able to allow me go. It got to the point he wanted to leave, and then Napoli came up with, you have to, aside meeting up with the transfer or the price tag, you have to pay more money. Sometimes these clubs are not loyal to their contracts. I understand. Also for players, when they get to see more money thrown to their faces, they want to, terminate and everything. But I think at the end of the day, we should be able to come to a compromise. It's not good. Players should be able to understand
and respect
contracts. Yes, I know you want to go to that your dream club. You want to, but if the money is right, I think clubs should also learn to also say, if this is the price tag, if you pay this amount of money, we should be able to allow you move instead of trying to make the player, like what happened to Ademola Lookman.
If you ask me, gentlemen, I think a dangerous precedent has been set, and it will be the defining move for a lot of players going forward in the future. But Kelvin Ekerete, all the way from Uyo, thank you so much for joining us tonight.